general assessment of the weekend. Got a lot of players playing time. Got a lot of sets of action to see some young players play as well.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at getting 7 hours of playing time on Friday, that's not really how you write it up day one, but we did a lot of preparation for that in the preseason, so I thought our young ladies bounced back really well on Saturday and Sunday after playing so much on Friday. And yeah, you just saw that the chemistry start taking hold as the weekend went on, and some players getting more comfortable on the court in their role. And I thought defensively we played well all weekend. Offensively, Friday not so much, but then Saturday, Sunday, you just kind of saw a lot better chemistry, a lot of clicking between setters and hitters that we just didn't have on Friday. So that was really good for us. I think moving forward we'll just keep getting better.
What's one thing you learned that you didn't know about your team in a positive way, and what's one thing you learned that you've really got to get in the gym and work on as you progress this season?
Man, that's a great question. I guess that's your job, isn't it, to ask the tough questions. I mean, if we're just to be honest, I mean, Bailey Scott would be the one thing, because coming out of camp, she wasn't our M2, and when she went into the game, she just played lights out all weekend, led the team in hitting percentage, got some key blocks, and just filled a really nice role. As far as something that we have to get back in the gym and work on, every coach in the nation will tell you it's the pass and serve game, and if we can do those two things just a little bit better, we've got a lot of offensive weapons. It's just putting them in a position to be successful. So we kind of hurt ourselves on Sunday, made the match a little bit closer, in my opinion, than it should have been with 8 service errors. And then serve receive was just kind of at times a roller coaster this weekend. You know, we had moments where it was really good, and then we had some breakdowns. So just, you know, eliminating a few of those errors will help us immensely.
Let's talk about Bailey a little bit. What is it about her? Is she a gamer? You know, you see some freshmen go in, or some new players playing for the first time, whether they're freshmen or not, and they're deer in the headlights, and she just kind of went out and, like I said, she was just kind of a gamer this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, that's, of course, the first time that she's jumped into a game for us, so it sure seemed that way. But she's done fine in practice, so when I say she didn't come out of preseason as M2, it wasn't like she was just way off from that. I think we have 4 quality middles, and we should see all of them at some point this season. So it's just about opportunities, taking advantage of that. And you hear stories all the time about somebody getting that opportunity and then never leaving the floor again. And that's what happened to Bailey this weekend, is she just kept playing so well that she stayed out there the whole rest of the weekend. And we have high hopes for her, of course. I mean, she's a freshman and still has a lot to learn and a lot she can get better on. But again, that's probably the position that we have the most competition in, and we have 4 players that can all help us.
Let's move over to your right sides, whether it's attackers or setters. A lot of good play from both your right side attackers, and Caitlin and Emily, and your setters in the 6-2. So what was your assessment of them this weekend?
I thought Lauren and Joe got more comfortable as the weekend went on. A lot of nerves day one, and it showed with not only some of the sets, some of the selections, choices, but they steadied out. Our hitters have to be better in not making errors necessarily when the ball's not exactly where they want it to. So, I mean, there's always that kind of give and take there, but very proud of both of them. Thought they did a nice job, and especially on Saturday and Sunday, finished up well for our team. We hit above 250 in both of those matches, and if we do that, we're going to be in probably about every match that we play. And then Caitlin had a really nice Friday. I think it wore on her a little bit. She didn't quite have as good of a Saturday, Sunday, but a solid opening weekend for her as a transfer. And then Emily Strout, made all tournament, led the team, felt like every single match in hitting as far as just big kills. She hits a heavy ball. I mean, and it's she's becoming a force with the more confidence that she's getting. So it's going to be exciting, with her. I mean, she's just a sophomore. She had, I think, about a 7 or 8 match stretch last year that she filled in for an injured player, and she got better as that stretch went on, and it's paid off for us this year that she came out a whole lot more comfortable first weekend.
So you move on to the Arkansas State tournament. You're getting to go home somewhat, going to your home state. You got family coming out to see the team play this weekend?
If they love me, they'll be there. No, I don't. I hope to see a lot of friends and family there, but again, it's not real close to where I grew up. It's still, probably a couple-hour drive. So I don't know how many will be there. But we're excited about the weekend. 3 really good teams. We're watching film, and it'll be just as tough, if not a tougher weekend than what we just came away from. On paper, it's a tougher weekend. So we're going to have to grow up a lot, play back-to-back on Friday. So that's going to test us mentally and physically. Then we have about 24 hours to rest before we play a very good Arkansas State team on their home court as well. And if we can get a couple of wins this weekend, we'll call it a good weekend. But more than anything, we're focused on getting better every day in practice, and then using this weekend to keep growing as a team and get better for SEC play.